Hello friends, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Our lesson today is about the padding. And before we start the lesson, don't forget to subscribe our channel, click on the ring button and like this video. And let's start our lesson. First, let's write two elements here to use it practically and to show you the problem and then fix the problem. Because when you're using practically, you will learn better. And let's write h1, close it and write something inside. This is my website. And let's write h6 and to write something inside. For example, hello world. I think h6 is very small. Let's use the h4. This one. And let's write the h4 and let's use it practically. Let's go to the CSS. You see, when writing something inside the HTML without making changes on it by using CSS, it's starting from the first of the page, and this is uncomfortable for some users, and we have to fix this problem, and we want to move our element to anywhere of the screen. And to fix this problem, we have the padding, and let's use it. For example, I think let's use another element. For example, let's use h6 also to be more clear. I think it will be more clear to use three elements. For example, let's write the Wemax check. And text to write is not a problem. And let's make changes on the hello world. Hello world is h4. We can give it the class to call it through it, and we can call it through the element name directly. And it's not a problem if we call it through the element name. For example, let's write our h4 and let's open curly braces and write our padding. So we have the padding top, which means padding from the top, and we have padding right, means padding from the right, moving the element from the right, and padding bottom, moving the element from the bottom, and padding left, moving the element from the left. And let's start with the padding top. Padding top, enter, and let's make it 50 pixels. How you see it moved down hello world, and all that have below it 50 pixels. And let's use the padding bottom. Padding bottom, let's use the 50 pixels. To be more clear, we will use the grid numbers. How you see it made padding from the bottom of the hello world with 50 pixels. And let's use the padding left and also 50 pixels. 50 pixels, how you see it moved the hello world from the left by 50 pixels. So when I'm using the padding right, it's not reasonable it make padding for me, because here I have no element to make the padding from it, and this text is so far from this side to make padding from it. And to explain the padding right, we need two or three elements that are inline elements. For example, we have the span. Let's write span, enter, and let's copy this one and paste it 3 times. And let's copy this one paste it here, and this one copy paste it here, copy this one and paste it here. And let's give to the first one a class. For example, let's choose yo, and let's go to the CSS to call our element and use the padding right. Let's write dot and the name of the class yo, open curly braces, enter, and let's use the padding right. Padding right, let's choose the 40 pixels. How you see it makes the padding from the right by 30 pixels. And this because we have the elements in the right side of the text of this text. This is my website. And we can use the padding right on this one also, because we have an element in the right of this one also. Let's give this one the class. For example, let's choose the user. Any name you want to give it is okay. And let's go to the CSS to call our element. Let's write dot because we have the class, and let's write the name of our class is user, open curly braces, using the padding right. Padding right, and let's choose the 40 pixels. I see it make the padding right 30 pixels, but when I'm using the padding right on the last one, it will not work on it because we have no element in the right side of this one. And let's use it, that it will work or not. Let's give this one ID. ID or class is not a problem, but we will use the ID also because we used class a lot of times. Let's give it the ID, for example, test. Let's go to the CSS to call the element. Because we use the ID, because we give it the ID, we will use the hash. And let's write the name of our ID, which is the test. Let's open the curly braces and let's make the padding right. Padding right, and let's choose 40 pixels. Does it will work or not? I see it will not work, and this is clear because we have no element in the right side of this one. And this is what is the padding can do for us, and this is so important item in the CSS language, and you will use this one a lot of times in the future. And here we finished our lesson. I hope everything is clear and you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe our channel, click on the ring button, like this video and share the video with your friends. And thank you so much for listening.